Hi, thank you for joining us with Spec Solutions. We are here on Palm Street, and at 1042, the name Theresa Klein, attorney at law. That is one of the attorneys that will either represent the child in cases, and in some cases, the parent, which is kind of odd that they one day will represent a child and one a parent in a child welfare separating the family case. And this is just, there are very few attorneys that deal with this sensitive issue. Theresa Klein has been doing this for 25 years, in my opinion, assisting in the separation and stealing of children through child welfare services. Literally separating these families when they could keep these families together, folks. And it's cheaper, and it's building a stronger America, keeping our families together. You want to weaken America, you want to have what we have here in America over the last 30 years, we're witnessing it. It is the breakdown of the family and all of these separations of our families. And we're seeing here, 30 years later, a heavy results. People walking the streets, talking to themselves because they probably don't know who their father was. They were adopted out by a family who cared more about the money than their well-being, and once they were 18, kicked them out of the nest, and they wandered the streets on drugs. And, or for women, a lot of them into prostitution, drugs, prostitution. The most hideous things that we can think of is what the majority experience later down the line. And statistics prove this. All across our nation, broken families in a broken nation because of child welfare services. And what we're watching now is even more of a breakdown of our nation by indoctrinating critical race theory into our schools, our education programs, and this is causing more division. It's not unifying, bringing folks together. It's causing division. You simply can't trade one prejudice for another. You know, prejudice is wrong on any scale. It's just morally not right. And to condition children because they're any color to be ashamed of what color they are or what religion they are, they should teach them to be proud of these things, not to give them conflicts because one of their ancestors 200 years ago did something that was immoral and wrong, so of course they should pay for it, and these schools want to teach them this. This is separating our nation. It's not bringing it together. It is causing a friction across our nation, which is a very Marxist plan, to say the least. If you want to take over a nation, you divide it. This is what we're witnessing. And by indoctrinating critical race theory into our schools, along with the vaccination, the mask, the more and more friction, the more and more uneasy, the more and more division that they're causing between school boards and their the families. And it's the families that should be in charge here, not school boards, for crying out loud. We need to bring families together and support families, and that will bring back a strong America. And that's what we need to do, folks. That's what Spec Solutions is working here on a local level for. And hopefully our whole nation will do exactly the same. Support our families, stop the corruption, stop the thefts of our children, stop the human trafficking that goes with it. And again, thank you for joining us with Spec Solutions, and we'll talk to you again soon.